Hi, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or, well, I guess you can't have two. Welcome to your reading for August 2020. This is also for those who may be cross-checking, cross-watching on a Gemini, maybe in love with a Gemini. You may have been intuitively guided to the channel and not even sure you have Gemini in your chart. Whatever brought you, welcome. As many of you know, I have a Gemini moon. I'm really on the cusp of Gemini Cancer, so, and I cannot find the original time of my birth. I sent away for a birth certificate, but it did not come with the time, so I don't know. But I definitely feel Gemini in me. So, my loves, we're going to go ahead and just calm our minds and see what the potential of August holds for us. But remember, time is fluid. Maybe you don't see this till next August, and it's just the perfect timing for you. So remember that when it comes to readings, especially intuitive readings. And I say that because I always invite my guides in, and I always invite my guides to invite your guides in, of the highest energy in unconditional love. And that's why, usually the messages, though there may be some hard truths, bottom line is it's showing us our very best potential of how to get where we want to get to. It's funny, somebody left a comment and said how negative my readings were, and I thought, wow, it just, I don't know. I don't know. Usually comments don't bother me, but that one, just threw me in a little bit of shock, because I don't feel like the readings are negative. I feel they're of the light and to lift you up. And that is my goal, always. So, let's go ahead and just do a little bit of deep breathing. Let's just go ahead and breathe in the positivity. Let's exhale the negativity. Let's just get rid of it. Inhale the positivity. Exhale the negativity. Just let it go. I ask you just to open your minds, open your hearts, release control. Definitely watch for the signs, the synchronicities. Things will stand out to you. All right, let's begin. This is kind of like a midnight special. I'm doing this reading very late for me. By the time it's uploaded, it should be about midnight. So, call it my midnight special. All right. That didn't take long. We start with the Magician, which is a beautiful energy to start with. Number one, singular, right? It's about what you can bring to yourself. Look at this. We have the Nine of Pentacles. For some of you, it's manifesting your own business, no doubt. It's manifesting something through your creativity, where you're really building solid blocks, for yourself. I mean, you can be with someone, you can be with a company, but this is about you and the blocks that you're building. Eventually success, but it's built on a very solid foundation. Why? It's a 9, because the reflection of my life and all that it's taught me, right? I'm using that now to my advantage as a magician, right? I'm co-creating. I'm manifesting We have the Eight of Swords, interesting, along with the Four of Cups. So, you know what I kind of feel like? This Eight of Swords is feeling to me like normally that's what what is described as the self-created prison. But what it feels to me is almost like this coronavirus, like holding us in place, right? And you know, we can look at that in a negative headspace, or we can look at that as an, okay, what can I do with this time? What can I create? Right? That's exactly what you're doing. I'm creating. And it may have, you know, this success may have never come along had you not somewhat been forced to self-isolate in a way. You know, and then you have the Four of Cups beside that, and I feel boredom in that. Like, almost like here I am, you know, can't really do the things I used to do for the, you know, it's a temporary energy. That's what we got to remember. And maybe that's what you ultimately have I want to say a vision, but not, for some of you, maybe a vision. Maybe you had a vision of this business that you're creating, whatever it is, right? But I feel like it was born out of boredom and my hand being forced. And out of that, look at the beauty that arose or that will arise, right? Once you move from this energy, I almost feel like I have to separate these into this energy, right? In this energy, you're taking control. This is you having control over yourself, over your finances. You know, if you lost a job and, you know, you're worried about your finances, that is this energy over here. And I can do nothing in here, right? I can stay in this Eight of Swords as long as I want to. But then comes this sense of boredom with it. So, you know, some people get angry, they get angry at the world. But I feel like you, instead, and I love this, have taken that energy and manifested it into something of your own through your own creativity and through your own wisdom. You know, I feel like a lot of you have really reflected upon not just the last journey, but your whole life, and realized, you know, let's think of the chariot, right? The chariot arrives when we have looked at our life from all perspectives, right? And that's why we have this beautiful balance in the chariot. So and that's your neighbor. So seeing things from all different perspectives. And I have to tell you, I do that in tarot. In love, I see both and I understand both. And I don't judge either. So anyway, I kind of love that. Okay, let's keep going. Riding that train, Uncle King. No, I better not say that. We have the Page of Cups. Look at this. This looks like your inner child. And that's really what the Page of Cups talks about. It talks about remembering your inner child, paying attention to your inner child, allowing it to come out, right? Allow it to be, you know, the leader, finding ways to have fun, even in the boredom, right? Think about a child, and this is about you and your inner child and what you're doing with it, right? And I can feel like there was a reflection over that. So what you're doing is you're truly bringing your inner child out into the world. And I kind of love that because that's a sense of fearlessness. You know, I don't have burdens in this type of energy. Trying to get away. We have the Four of Pentacles, which is beautiful because that's solid energy, right? When it's in the light, it's very solid energy. And you know, I've been getting this so much, but it makes sense. You know, Four of Pentacles to me is the feeling of home. But it's a strong, balanced home, right? There's four pillars. It's I don't know, it's strong, and how nice is the Nine of Pentacles above that? So if that's creating business, creating it out of the home, boy, this just feels like your month. Um, and just the beginning of that, right? Because we're starting at the ones at the beginning of that. I mean, we're just beginning to find our success. You're building some really solid roots. Now, you may not be there yet. You may still be in this energy over here. And this may be just the message you needed to hear. Like, you know, be careful that, you know, like your hands being forced, so to speak, and you're getting bored in that energy. And instead of turning that energy into something that doesn't serve anyone, you know, including yourself, flip it over and think about, okay, well, what can I do during this time that I normally wouldn't have, right? What can I create? Some of you've lost your job, and, you know, this is taking advantage of the situation in the best of ways. We have the sun. Beautiful. So oh, I'm sorry, that's a star. I haven't been getting signs. You know, we have the energy of Virgo. We have the energy of Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces, perhaps younger energy. I feel like, you know, that's probably the case for some of you, but I'm definitely feeling it's your inner child. And now we have the card of Aquarius. We have the Eight of Wands. Oh boy, what a difference in energy. So the star talks about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. You know, what is it that you truly want? Your inner child, your soul. What is it that would bring you a sense of fulfillment, right? Because here, again, not quite feeling it, right? But this is, I feel like, as a magician, you know, like you must receive like this epiphany or something. Something that, I don't know, I feel like you changed tracks and you're heading on the right track. And I definitely feel, you know, we may be at the beginning of some type of what felt like a dream, definitely a hope. But now I feel like with the Eight of Wands, we're in action. Eight of Wands is very fast moving energy. Matter of fact, it can be chaotic energy. Some of you, again, you know, you may not even realize what it is that you would be good at. Well, think about your hopes, your dreams, and wishes, and maybe, you know, get creative within that energy. Okay, maybe I want to be a veterinarian. Well, maybe it's a good time to go do online schooling, or, you know, or I don't know. There's a million different things. But I feel like the opportunity or the epiphany reaches you somehow, some way. That's probably why when I first saw it, I was like, the sun, illumination. We have the Emperor. Well, the Emperor is definitely a business owner. And if it's a business, if he's a business, he or she is a business owner, this business is based on the wisdom of a lifetime. And it created the empathy that is needed to roll, right? You know, if I'm rolling over the people, so to speak, it's with compassion and empathy. You know, it's that energy of, how do I want to say this? You know, also number 4, by the way. Oh, there's 4 over here, so we got 444. This is about teaching by example, right? This isn't just speaking the words like, oh, you should do something this way. This is, no, I've walked your shoes. This is someone who, because of that, has grown a lot of empathy. And that may be why you're being asked just to take a moment and look at yourself, allow that inner child come out. Why? Because your inner child would go after these dreams again, right? You just got derailed, but here it is. And it kind of took your hand being forced, so to speak. Also, card of Aries. Hello, lovers. So we have the Lovers. That is your card. And, you know, to me, the Lovers is about adventure. It's about taking a chance. Why? Because there's something here. There's a connection that I feel, right? It feels like I should do this. Even if I doubt myself within this Eight of Swords, there's still the energy of the connection. We have the Page of Swords. And we just need one more. Some of you may be the communicator. You know, look at her in this card. Look at the image. She is wide open, right? Wide open to receiving. Just to receive, right? Well, what's above her? What's she receiving? The star. Her dreams are coming to her. Why? Because she stepped into the energy, right? She's not waiting for the energy so much to find her. She stepped into it, and then the energy is like, whoa, okay, we're going on a different journey, and it starts to manifest faster and faster, right? When we work through the light, and we're trying to build anything, the momentum can be beautiful, right? If you fall, right, get back up. You know, if you feel there's something that you know, born to do, and maybe you're just figuring this out, you may fail at first. That's okay, right? It's okay. And I'm saying that because, you know, when I think of pages, I think they're just really learning how to handle their toll. And this so happens to be the sword, and that may be communication. Um, it's a beautiful image. She's looking up at a new moon. What's the next new moon? Leo. I don't know the date. So that may give you, some of you, a clue. Yeah, it's funny. I'm seeing that 17. I'm thinking, well, maybe it's 17. We have the Five of Wands. Came in reverse. And we have the High Priestess, which also came in reverse. We're going to keep them together. So, you know, the High Priestess being in reverse, I have to tell you, I feel like for some of you, what it's talking about is how energy is coming to you. Again, something that may come quickly, and it may feel chaotic, right? Eight of Wands, that's what it's all about. It's, you know, very fast-moving energy, and it may throw you, rock your foundation for a second. However, you know, because of how strong you're building that foundation, I feel like there's no damage, right? There's no damage, but I'm feeling somewhat like someone is, it kind of throws you into the fear factor because it's happening so fast. It may be how fast something takes off for you, but nonetheless, you know, we have the Lovers here. It can certainly talk about a relationship, right? A relationship that perhaps you've been wanting, and then, boop, here it is. and it wants to move quickly, and what does it do? It may pull you back into a little resistance, good or bad. But the High Priestess being reversed um, tells me that, well, this is how I look at it. I've done a lot of work on myself, a lot of clearing, a lot of realizations, but what I've come to realize, because I used to get frustrated in myself saying, why is my temper still there? Why do I still talk the way I do and I'm angry, right? Um, it's not so much about beating yourself over that. It's about the realization of it. So when I start to go into that energy, I'm present. I am able to see that, and therefore I can stop it. Right? Where before I would get fed into it and fed into it, and you know what I mean. You get into those fights where everything you say is like, you didn't know you could be so mean, right? Um, So that's kind of what I feel. Anyway, let's get into the clarifiers and we'll figure it out. Look at this. We have the Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So definitely looking for some harmony in the home. And it is of the home, by the way. So for some of you, that's what it's about. You're creating something in the home, and it just looks like it's going to do very well. But I feel like we're at a crossroads here. I'm either going to stay with this energy of, staying bored and then getting in my head and then perhaps getting a little angry and then putting that onto the universe, or I'm going to say, okay, what can I do with this time? I feel like a lot of you, though, you may have to feel that energy, and you're probably already feeling that energy. Pay attention to the signs, because I feel like that's what it's saying. You'll have the epiphany, you'll have signs. If you don't know what it is, first thing I would say is think of what you're good at. What are you good at? Um, you know, Maybe it is about the life that you've led and your experiences, but nonetheless, what are you good at? And I feel like you'll figure it out, but I feel like some of you will be nervous about that. So pay attention to the signs, because I feel like that's how it'll come to you. Okay. Let's use the Cosmic Tarot. '88, 2 8s. I feel like someone might have been 17 in the year 1988. I don't know. Okay. Let's start at the beginning. Let's see if we can get a little bit of what this epiphany will be like. We have the Seven of Wands. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Well, hello. We have the Three of Swords coming over the Eight of Swords. 8, 9, 10, 11. Some of you know what I mean by that. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Strength card. We have the Hermit, card of Virgo. Funny, we have Virgo. And we have the King of Wands, potentially Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries down here. Okay, so let's look at this. So the first thing I'm noticing is the Seven of Pentacles over the Nine of Pentacles, especially with this Ace of Pentacles over here. So as I'm in the energy of, in my head, feeling bored, You know, the Three of Swords is there too. So some of you, you know, you've gone through some losses, but change still wants to come in, right? Change still wants to come in. So the Ace of Pentacles is showing up. I definitely feel like that is an opportunity of whatever it is for you, right? With the Star card, your hopes, your dreams. And I feel like that's the opportunity, but also like the epiphany that gets everything moving, right? Seven of Pentacles, the seed of intention that I had planted. Boom, there it is, right? There's that seed. So, Strength card coming over the Page of Cups, overcoming, right? The ability, you know, especially with the Hermit right next to it, that's kind of beautiful energy, right? And I feel like this is a little bit of a hint also for some of you, because the Hermit, I was just going to talk about the Strength card, but the Hermit is really seeking the light. You know, sometimes I'm in the dark night of the soul seeking that light, but nonetheless, I'm seeking that light. You're seeking a connection to something, right? A connection to someone or to just purpose, something you can build. What I love about the Hermit is, you know, once he absorbs what it is that he went into that cave for, right? Asking those questions, usually the big questions. I often feel spiritual questions. Usually reflection over my own life, though. You know, my connection to above. I definitely see the energy of then taking that and creating a business. And many of you already are. I know that. Um, but some of you may just be starting, or you may be thinking about it, but yet this may be the epiphany you needed, right? But it's because it is one of your seeds of intention. So to me, you know, that's about patience and what have you, but it's the seed that you planted, your soul planted, right? It's what I put out into the universe, and something is, well, hmm, okay, sorry about that. Um, you know, some things out of your control, right? But nonetheless, I feel like this is the epiphany that you're going to have. So for some of you, you're definitely creating a business, and I have no doubt it's at home. Um, and I feel like for a lot of you, it's kind of life changing. I feel like it does change your life, and for the better, definitely for the better. You know, even if you know, you're happy at home now, I feel like some of you are bored. So get creating. That's what I feel. Get creating. Now, we also come up to the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have Aries down here again, over the star. We do have the Lovers. So this may be communication that comes in from this King of Wands, which is really what you want, but it may at the same time freak you out. And you know, I feel like it may freak you out a little bit. And it may be because it was a previous relationship. It may have been something that you really had to pull deep within yourself to figure out, you know, all of it, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly. But you did. I feel like you did. And that may be a little bit of, you know, I do see the Three of Swords there. Um, so I am feeling a little closed off with the Eight of Swords right below it. But the Eight of Wands is like, boom, like someone just coming in and sweeping me off my feet. And I feel for a moment, you're fine with that. But I don't like that your intuition doesn't feel intact there. So let's continue on. Look at that. With the Eight of Wands over the Eight of Wands. First of all, what I think about, I bring about. What I think about, I bring about. Sometimes we have to be careful of that energy. But it's sitting next to the star card. So I definitely feel, and especially with the Magician here, someone wanting to manifest. I don't know if this is just someone in particular or if it is love, but it's definitely about a connection. Definitely about a connection. I like that the 8 and 8 are there together. So I feel like this is telling me, as it's relating to love, that both move pretty quickly. Both put down their guards pretty quickly. We have the Queen of Cups, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. It's funny, their sign, I say it different every time. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Empress. And we have the Five of Cups coming over the Five of Wands in reverse. Excuse me, I gotta grab a drink. So, it almost feels like I was missing someone, that they were missing me. Whoever makes the initial communication, I feel like past that point, it's very fast moving energy. I do feel if it is someone of the past, because I do see the Three of Swords and this Five of Wands, previously, could have certainly be button heads, but we're willing to move beyond that. I definitely feel like you're willing to move beyond that, and I feel like some, I don't know if this is good or bad yet, because I feel like, missing someone, right? My focus has been upon someone of my past, someone that I was missing. It can certainly just be talking about missing having a partner also. Within the Five of Cups, though, are two cups that have yet to be seen, right? So we have the awareness of it. So I have the Empress right beside that. So here is the energy of two people saying, we're going to put something to bed. We're not gonna harp on the past. And I think that's a good thing, right? I'm happy that the Emperor showed up because that gives me a sign of strength from you. I am seeing the prior energy, though. I am seeing probably, well, it makes sense, Gemini. Again, I'm also Gemini Moon. I do see like the previous arguments type of energy. But I do feel like also, truth be told, at least you have had that realization of how maybe I acted in a relationship, how we acted, where it stemmed from, what was just meanness that really neither one meant, and we do that. Um, you know, just say things that is like, damn, why did I say that, right? And it may not come till, hours later, days later. Um, but that is what I'm talking about, where it gives you a little bit of regret. And I know there was reflection over that. It's funny, I have the five and the five. Um, so reflection came first. The understanding of it came first. And why? Because I miss them. Because I miss them. Some of you may have been, you were feeling them energetically, you were feeling them spiritually, however you want to say it, and that may have stopped, right? It may have just stop, like I can't even feel them anymore, or vice versa. You know, definitely could be vice versa because I feel like it is through. Listen, this is co-creating, though. Co-creating. So you have a part in the creation, right? And some of you wanted this person to come back. So I feel like there is communication. And after the communication, I feel like there is quick moving energy. The only thing I want to say is take a moment, right? Because it is fast. And I do want you to go and have adventures. And I do want you just to fall in love and not worry if you're going to get your heart broken. Um, I know. Trust me, I know. And like, me moving into, Sam's house, I had to take that leap of faith because all this junk came up and I had to work through it again. But I was able to do it quickly. And I realized just needed to book that flight. Needed to book the flight because once I made that commitment, I would be here. And let me tell you, everything I feared has not happened. Quite the opposite. So everything that I wished for is truly what has happened. Not that there's no arguments, yeah, I'm Gemini Moon, hello. Um, but they're over quickly. So, but I had to step into it, and I knew it. I knew it. Sam kept saying, why aren't you here yet? Why aren't you here yet? I'm coming, and I gave myself a million reasons to keep putting it off, and finally I just did it. And thank God I did it when I did. And I definitely feel like God had a hand in it because this was at the beginning of the coronavirus. This was the beginning of March, and I ended up with a first class seat, a seat all by myself. There was no seats around it, just me. And I had to stop off at I had to then catch another flight, and the same thing. I had 2A, 3, 3, I had 2A, and then 3 something, 3B, or something like that. Singular seats. It was like I was being protected. As soon as I get off my plane to get on the other plane, I swear the entrance was like, whoop, was right there. I had almost no contact with people. Um, And it was kind of, it wasn't even how I planned it. It just happened. So I felt like I was being protected. Um, but I had to step into it. I had to step into it. And that's all I'm trying to say. I know some don't like my personal stories, but I know some do because you can relate. And I feel like truly it's just stepping into it. Okay, you know what? I'm going to pick this up. And I want to look at the High Priestess. Look at that. We have Justice under the Ten of Cups in reverse, which is interesting. Um, I feel like some of you are having because we have the Ten of Cups above that. So I feel like some of you who may have been ready to break off a marriage or something, I feel like this time period um, has brought you back together, brought you closer, not that the love was gone, but brought it back out to the surface, right? Why? Don't forget about your inner child. Your inner child is everything within this reading. And I feel like it's because I'm going to take chances within the inner child, right? I'm fearless. Fearless. It's kind of like the fool, right? I'm willing to get my heart broken again, though it may not happen, right? It may not happen. Chances are it won't happen. Otherwise, I don't think we'd have the Ten of Cups here. Look at that, with the Messenger, the Knight of Cups right below that. So, that's a pretty good confirmation right there. We're just going to surround her. Because, you know, she's number 2, and I feel like for a lot of you, it's about a partnership. And I just feel like there was a lack. There was a lack. So I feel like this is your uncertainty. So let's figure out what we can do to turn it around. Awareness is really the first thing, I think. Like, I've got to be real with myself. There's, you know, if I'm not real with myself, then what's the point? Okay. Alright, well that makes sense with the 7 of Swords. So this is, you know, the energy of untrustworthiness. Did I, like, extend that word? I'm not sure I can trust someone. I'm not sure I can trust anyone. That type of thing. And it is the energy of fear versus knowing, right? Look at this. We have the Fool. So can we turn it around? Absolutely, we can turn it around. Hello, Ace of Wands. Well, that'll turn it around. And look at our last card, which is the 4 of Wands, which is the most beautiful card in the tarot for me as it relates to love, over all of them. Because this is about a true commitment. And I could feel this commitment. I could feel it. I could feel it from the get-go. And whether we've been together before, whether we're living together now, and maybe we're, you know, we're thinking of giving another chance. Why? Because this energy of trust, of, you know, is it going to happen again? This and that, you know, so I'm allowing my past to determine my future. The Fool was saying, we got to let go of it, right? We got to let go of it. We got to figure it out. How do I let go of it? Well, that's going to be individual to each of us, but it starts with self-reflection. It just really does, right? Because the Fool, I'm not bringing regret along. So if I have regret, I need to look at that. I'm not bringing sorrow along. So if I have sorrow, I have to look at that. You know, I'm not bringing anger along. This is not what is fueling me with the Fool. I'm here to take a chance. And, you know, definitely, I feel like it's over this commitment. It's over this commitment. Can I trust it? Well, figure that out. You know, give it some time. This is, again, fast-moving energy around these lovers. There is fast-moving, but it's very passionate energy. I feel like the Fool is saying yes, because the whole time in this reading, I feel the energy of you taking that step in, like step into it, right? You can always step back out, right? We're starting at the Ace, the Fool. You know, it's like nice and easy, right? Even though it feels passionate, but that is the connection. You know, the 4 of Wands is 2 people who really can't imagine living their lives without the other, and sometimes that takes a split to figure that out, right? Sometimes I have to miss you to realize how much I really love you. That I just can't find anybody like you. That type of thing. You know, this is love. This is real love. And this isn't short-term love. You know, this is someone I'm ready to dedicate my life to, and them to you. So this reflection, it seems minute compared to the rest of your life, right? The rest of your life. And all it takes is a little reflection back. Let go of the regret. You know, step into it. You can always step out of it. Don't think that you're going to get stuck. You're in, you know, quicksand. You determine when you want to move from something. You make that decision. So, This connection just got you upside down, inside out. But I don't know. I don't like to give you my advice, but as if you were sitting right in front of me, which I feel like a lot of you are, I feel like I would say take a chance here. Take a chance. If because and here's why I'm saying this: the Seven of Swords. It's also about spiritual completion too. So don't forget that it's spiritual completion. All right, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. This is the beautiful potential, but I ultimately feel like it is us who need to step into it. And once we do, you know, I don't know. I don't even know if you'll be thinking about this type of thing. I think that you'll just be in love, whether again, that is creating your business, listening to those epiphanies that you're getting, during this downtime, right? You're kind of stuck at home anyway. So this is about going within, reflecting over your life, and you're just a wealth of knowledge to yourself, right? But also allowing that inner child to come out and play and have fun and you know everything. I don't know. I just feel like live, right? Especially in a time like this when um, things are rampant. It is, I don't know, I feel like, what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Yes, I know there are consequences, but think of them beforehand or clear up what you can clear up. I don't know. I just feel like Gemini, this feels like your month. So that tells me it's your beginning, right? It's just the beginning of, for some of you, the rest of your life. And don't forget, the Ten of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. I love you guys. I love doing your readings. I just love where it takes me. And, I relate to you as you relate to me. So thank you guys. Thank you for honoring my work. I truly appreciate it. I love you guys. Like I know you personally, truly, all of you. And I thank my guides for that because, I'm truly open to the energy and to just help us have a better life and adventurous, you know. And I'm a Virgo, so if I can do it, you can do it. Virgo sun, right? Usually want to pull me back on something. I don't know. You really want to spend some time over reflection on that, but maybe too much time. The Gemini in me allows me to take these chances and go forward and think about it later and that type of thing. So, it's a great time to be part of. I love you guys. Anyway, thank you for everything. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for sharing the videos. Everyone that's new, welcome, welcome, welcome. So happy to have you here. And everyone has been here since the beginning or, for a while. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I definitely feel your energy and I love that. So have a beautiful month. If you are bored, get creative. I'm telling you. If you're in love, allow yourself to fall back in love, right? If it's right, fall back in love. Just, I don't know, take the first step. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.